Hey everybody, welcome to Nuggets Hustle. Leo, we are here with a 5 game recap. Um, an interesting 5 games. None of them were the same. Um, I I don't know really how to even start this because the Nuggets are in a weird spot to say the least. We went 3-2 on that 5 game stretch. We beat the Heat, then we beat the Mavs, then we lost to the Pelicans, lost to Memphis. And then we got some revenge tonight in a very, as you would put it, D2 fashion. Um, yeah. So here
Here's
we are.
yeah, Donnie. Here's how I look at it. We played a somewhat of a hobbled Heat. We played the Mavs, the full force Mavs, and
Hmm.
then we played a very hurt Pelicans, clipped wings, as you would say, for the Pelicans. And then we played Grizzlies without claws.
Yeah.
That's literally what we did. They had no Jaw, no Zach Edey for either game, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know, man. What are your thoughts?
Um, yeah, we're gonna dive into this. I first off, before we get started, I want to congratulate Michael Malone for tying Doug Moe tonight for the most wins in Nuggets history. I don't know the exact number, but that's pretty cool. Are you ready to get this going?
Let's do it, my man. Let's bring it in.
Welcome back, everybody. Leo, I kind of finished there with Michael Malone and his. I mean, that's a pretty stellar accomplishment. I mean, granted, it's not the Celtics, it's not LA. I mean, those win records are probably absurd, but um, tonight, Michael Malone definitely, I would say, solidified himself as the next, or he will in the next win as probably the best coach in Nuggets history. Um, it,
Yeah,
it it also helps that you have, one of the probably the best player the Nuggets have ever had on your team. But and Michael Malone, he puts in the work. You can tell. Like tonight, he was coaching with 5 seconds left. Um, and
they
yeah,
won without Nikola. That's awesome.
yeah, and I mean, that's the thoughts on these 5 games. All right, so the Heat game, I love that game.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it.
It's great.
Like CB, I I'm just absolutely loving this kid. I mean, yeah, last year I was, a self-proclaimed fanboy, but now I'm like full on groupie, right? So,
And you were so right, Donnie. You were so right.
well, I mean, it could have gone, and it still might. I mean, the guy's put together what, 12 games that are solid. I want to see years and years and years of this, right? Um, but that game, I remember that game went from the start. Peyton Watson, dude, he just tacked the rim first possession. Like I remember we got the tip. I think it went to Wes. No, it went to Jamal. Jamal pushed it up, and or did Jamal play in that game? I can't remember. Anyway, Peyton Watson immediately to the rim, attacks the rim, gets a two. Like from the get go, I really like the intensity of that game, especially when you're playing against a mastermind like Spoelstra. Um,
Right?
like you can't mess around, right? Yeah.
I
Um,
just and it's also like beating the Heat just feels so good because
it's
we
nostalgic.
it is. It's nostalgic. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So man, anytime we get them is always feels good.
Yeah. Um, and then we moved on to, I believe the Mavs, right?
Yes, sir.
Beat them by, I think it was just two, wasn't it?
And don't get me wrong, Donnie, but arguably Kyrie's best game ever.
Yes. This was probably so far the,
At
I
least
mean,
his
that,
best Mavs game.
yeah, yeah. Like it was,
Best 2020s game.
yeah, like those situations that you dream of when you're in a kid shooting around in your driveway and you can't miss
Mhm,
every single time. Like every single big shot coming down the stretch is you, and
mhm.
you literally can't miss. I don't think I mean, I guess I have. Steph Curry, I've seen that hot before, but Kyrie was on another level because a lot of those shots were very contested. That one where he turns around and banks it in, I'm like, what do you
I
do?
we're all screaming great defense, and it just clanks in and we're like, oh, that's so defeating.
Yeah, it was a wild game. I think, and then I think he had another opportunity at the end to win the game.
Yeah.
Um, and that was the one he missed. And that was pretty good defense by Peyton Watson. Um, or maybe it was Russell Westbrook. I can't remember, but overall, I mean, those were two, what I consider will be playoff teams. Like the Heat at this point, I mean, they're probably pushing for a play in, but we know what Spoelstra can do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The Mavs, I mean, right now they're sitting 500, but I wouldn't judge them this early. I mean,
No,
that's a playoff team, and to
it
get that
is.
dub, and that was our fifth in a row,
Yeah.
to really dig us out of a 2-3 start.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I I don't know. I enjoyed it. I noticed.
Well, I mean, Kyrie had, like we said, one of the greatest games ever. So it should have been an easy Mavs win. The problem was our better player played better.
Yeah,
What do you have? 39, 15, and 17 or something like that?
just yeah, like a standard
Donny.
nether
Like
triple double. Yeah,
Kyrie had one of the greatest games of his career, and Nikola had another day at the office.
yeah.
And that's not true. He had another incredible game. Just it was
It
just better.
Yeah, like Kyrie, when he does that, I'm not surprised. It
Mhm.
Heck of a ball player, probably the
Yeah.
best ball handler I've ever seen.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
very, very high basketball IQ.
Mhm.
Um, from that game though, I one thing that's kind of starting to bug me a little bit is free throws. Just a
Yeah.
lack of consistency. I wrote down in that Dallas game, we went 5 for 10 in the first
Mhm.
half, which is terrible. And I realized it's a small sample, but then in the second half we shot 13 for 16, and that was a huge improvement. So I don't know what that is. That's 18 for 26 over the whole game. I don't know
Mhm.
that percentage, but um, yeah, I free throws, man. We gotta be in the 80s. It gotta be.
Donnie, I agree, especially since the first word is free. And we literally pay you to put it in the hoop. And it's only from 15 feet away. You
Yeah,
should be good at it.
I
You
mean,
should be good at it.
yeah,
And we
it's
have one guy who is good at it consistently. And
mhm,
unfortunately, he is on leave.
yes. Yes, and we can just we'll move on to the Pelicans' first NBA Cup, quote unquote, something that I've completely jumped off board on. Um,
The
sorry,
what?
buddy. The
You said
NBA
the
Cup,
I had
Pelicans.
no idea it was even going on.
Oh yeah, I don't really care about this NBA Cup. I'll be straight with you. Um, I do know.
We can file that under things that we don't care about.
Yeah, like I'm
This means
wondering.
nothing.
I'm wondering. I don't know. I mean, we've seen rumors, right? And there's no concern on the Nugget side of why Joker's gone, right? So I think we all know what it is. It's a surprise to me because I just didn't realize that they were expecting.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And I mean, honestly, that's none of my business. It's not like that's something I look up. I just didn't even think about it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Um, but if it is true, congrats to him.
Mhm.
Um, and talking about these three games, the Pelicans and then the two Memphis games. Pelicans game was atrocious. Um, the only good thing about that game was Alvarado's Rockies hat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that
Wow,
was
that's a great reference.
that was like the only thing that I was like, all right,
It was awesome.
yeah. Um, I just don't know, and this is my question to you. So the rotations, especially tonight against Memphis, I think Coach Malone just was like he had a card with everyone's name on it.
Mhm.
And when he thought he needed to throw someone in, he just pulled whatever card out of his pocket and said, "You're going in." I could not tell you the rotation tonight.
Donnie, when you play Uno and someone just hit you with a couple draw fours, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's basically what this was, right? Like
Yeah.
Dario Saric starts, doesn't even really play till the fourth quarter again. Um, and maybe that
Didn't
was
have a
because
great start.
Yeah, and I mean we can talk about him. I want to get through these games, but um, yeah, I mean that game was just awful. Um, I can't remember if it was this game or another game, but we gave up an absurd. Yes, we gave up 17 offensive rebounds against the Pelicans,
Yeah.
and we only got five of our own. Um, I mean, it's just
And weren't 10 of them to the same player? What was his name?
I
Or am I wrong? Am I thinking of a different game that he played?
you might be right. I mean,
There
it
was a
was a lot.
rookie or something for the I think for the Pelicans that was just killing people on the offensive boards.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
I
it was
think
us, but maybe it was someone else.
what gave me some hope in this road trip was, yeah, we don't have AG and Joker's out, but these teams didn't have their big hitters either, right? Like Zion didn't play, McCollum didn't play.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of other injuries, and then Memphis, Ja didn't play.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, I don't know. It's just
The
I want.
problem is we're just so spoiled, Donnie.
I
We
know.
know that our best is better than their best, and if you want to really square off with it, we're probably going to beat you because we have Nikola.
Yeah, when we do. I mean, when we don't, it's like watching a completely different team. I mean, I'm sure
Mhm.
you've seen the stat of without Joker this year, we have the
I
lowest.
saw it.
Yeah,
I
like
saw it.
that stat it should be.
Give him the award now.
I know. Like
It's bad.
in my opinion, they should amend Embiid's award and give it to him, and then also just give the award ahead this year. Just make sure they show it's five straight because that is the most absurd stat. And also within that 5 years, he has a title on a team where he's never played with an NBA All-Star.
And look at what his supporting cast is averaging.
I know exactly. Like it,
Mhm.
there's no question, and I think the media is starting to wake up to it. And frankly, I don't really care about the media. I might say I do. I don't really actually.
I do.
Um,
I know you don't, Donnie, because you're a true basketball fan, but I'm a clout guy, and Nikola deserves it.
get him those followers on Twitter that he doesn't have.
Yeah. No,
Um,
he should have four in a row.
yeah,
And now it's gonna be five, is what it should be, five in a row.
yeah, I,
5 straight years, Donnie.
dude.
Who's ever done that? Like he should have gotten it because his honestly his best year is the year that Embiid
It's the year we
won
won
it.
it. Yeah, it's the year we
Not
won
earned
it.
it, but won it. Hmm.
Right? Like, and ever since Embiid has not lived up to that.
And ever since Kendrick Perkins' career has also slowed down.
Yeah. Kendrick Perkins has taken a giant U-turn. He
Yeah,
knows he messed up.
that was Airball City.
All right, so
Anyway, we digress.
the first Memphis game, I actually didn't get to watch that game. Um,
Okay, that's right.
I
I forgot about that.
but I remember texting you in April.
Hmm.
I was gonna watch the replay. I was gonna try and avoid the score, but saw it on ESPN and we were down what like 27 or something. I mean,
Yeah.
it was crazy. And I just text you guys like, yeah, I probably won't be watching this game. Um, but yeah, give me your take from that game because I don't know anything good at all. Give me some things that you saw that were glaring and are very concerning that
No,
maybe we fix tonight.
for sure. A lot. The good things were that I am certain now that our halftime entertainment is far better than theirs or pretty much anybody else's. Our mascot's better. Um, but as far as basketball goes, it wasn't great. Not terrible. I mean, it's hard to say, Donnie, because it's. I want to be frustrated, but I also want to think our two best players overall were not there.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't think Taylor Jenkins is a bad coach. I think he royally screwed up tonight.
Yeah.
But I also don't. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now, dude, our third best player is Christian Brown, and that's not good. That's not good. And
I would
that's
tend
not an
to agree.
insult to Christian. Christian is doing
That's a compliment.
exactly. Yeah, like that's if I'm calling out Jamal. I'm calling
And
out Jamal
MPJ
and MPJ. Look, everyone's going to look at this. Everyone's going to look at the box score tonight and see Jamal had what 27.
7.
Yeah, not good enough.
I agree.
Not good enough, especially in this game when it came down to the wire and you should have buried this game early in that fourth quarter.
I
And
feel
Jamal,
like those two digits should have been switched.
yeah, like Jamal,
Go for 70.
I'm just gonna say this, and this might get some criticism, and I don't care. And he doesn't look in shape. He does
How
not
many
look in
times
shape,
did we see the hands on the knees?
dude. I'm sorry, but like
And they
it
had last
is.
night off.
I know, and it's not even just that, dude. It's you're a professional athlete. Okay, this is not high school basketball where the kids roll out of, maybe the kids that don't play football roll out of off the couch and then all of a sudden start running sprints, and it might take them half a season to get in shape. This is not that. This is professional basketball where you are paid, generational wealth. Like, I don't understand how you can't come into the season already in shape and from the get-go be ready to go. Now, again, this is all me saying this from my own couch. I don't have insider information that he's maybe hurting in some way, or maybe he is in shape and we're just not seeing the effort. It's just he looks slower.
No excuse.
It just, and yeah, he hit some big shots tonight. Don't get me wrong, but he's done that, and I expect that. These are the reason I'm like Jamal.
Dude, you're Batman. Or sorry, you're not Batman. You're Robin.
I know,
Do
and
Robin stuff.
expectations are a privilege, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. You're right,
like
Donnie.
tonight, Trey Alexander comes in. I have no expectations for that guy.
No.
Yeah, he didn't play that well, but he barely played at all. And I mean, he went to the hoop twice, and I was like, you know what, good on that. That's my one expectation for him is he didn't play soft,
Yeah.
right? With
If
Jamal, yeah, you go ahead. Sorry,
do you think Trey went in thinking, "Oh, I expected this."
no, maybe I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. I Tonight the rotation was so bonkers. I mean, it just label it chaos
We
because
talked about it, man. Give him a
yeah,
jersey and you get to play.
right? Like all of a sudden we got DJ in there, and then we went with Peyton Watson at the or Michael Porter Jr. at the five,
I
and then Zeke
I
is
missed it,
playing.
but April said that DJ played incredible.
Dude, he needs to get more minutes. He looked good, like
What's
good
he on
as
the
in
team for?
I know,
To
and
look at?
that's
He's a
my
good
thing.
looking man, but give him the ball.
And it makes me wonder if maybe Michael's thinking, sorry, Michael Malone is thinking I need someone long term, and he's trying to use these games as to develop Zeke, or maybe I don't know, figure out how we can use Sarich. I mean, tonight Sarich was more effective because he was picking and popping. He's so weak with the ball, but so is Zeke.
I agree. And he
And
hit a big shot, but he also missed a couple big ones too.
he did. Now, if you could just if DJ could just shoot, we would have we'd have this
We
problem solved. I
Well, it
mean,
wouldn't be a problem.
exactly.
If DJ could shoot, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, the guy, well, I mean, it's honestly his defensive effort and his rim protection that really um, makes me think that that needs to be at least 5, 6 minutes a game at minimum.
I don't understand why he can't play 20 minutes and just set ball screens and play defense.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, go,
Go be full lob city,
yes, go to
either
the,
lob city on offense. That's the only thing, lob or nothing on
yes,
offense,
yes.
and play defense.
I
That's
agree,
all.
man. Like,
20 minutes a game. Okay,
I,
not 20,
yeah,
14 and a half.
right. Like, just, I'm wondering why. And maybe it's the shooting. The game has changed. You kind of have to be able to shoot nowadays. Um, but the rotation tonight was so
I
odd,
don't
man.
think so.
Like, what game was it? Was it the Heat game that two first names comes in and scores like 7 points, plays good defense?
Yes.
Like, and we haven't
Two
seen him
first,
since.
I love how you're just like two first names comes in,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, oh yeah, Hunter Tyson. Yeah, you're right, Hunter Tyson.
right. Like the kid, I think right. I think literally when we went on this road trip, everyone knew that
Wait, did he
Joker
even play tonight?
he hasn't played since that game. I don't think. I know. I don't understand what's going on. And I think Malone has literally just treated ever since we had that awful start of 0 and 2, he's been like, all right, I need to get us back some wins. And now we're just going to experiment. Now we're going to go to the lab and we're just going to start throwing chemicals together and see what works. And tonight was that night because I,
Honestly, man, I think you could have played Jalen Pickett, who's averaging like a quadruple double in the G League, by the way, and we
yeah,
would have been successful.
I mean, maybe we, I mean, tonight, dude, we had 3 point guards on the floor. We had Jamal, Russ, and Trey.
Here's what I'm saying. You play Jamal, you play MPJ and Julian Strother. You don't need DJ to shoot the ball.
I know, right? Like, hey,
Let him
Julian,
play with them, and he's either Lob City or defense,
yes,
or the other three do something.
I agree. And if DJ's like, oh, I can only give 10, I don't care. Give 4 to Saric or Zeke. Still, I
We
want,
don't pay
I
you
want,
for opinions.
yeah, I want I want DJ to be the main backup right now, because I want to win. I mean, I'm starting to get the itch of like, I don't want to throw
Yeah,
away years, man.
yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something with DJ. I don't know. I don't know. Mike, I'm not saying I know a better rotation of what Mike should do necessarily, other than maybe a little bit DJ.
Well, I
But
do.
but tonight I just didn't get it. I did like to see Trey play. That was cool. Honestly, it got to the point where I was like, are we gonna see um uh is it PJ Hall, the big boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Hmm.
we were gonna see him at some point. I mean, it was that strange.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I think this road trip we're like, Joker, stay home. Um,
I think AG stayed home too.
he did definitely. Um, you guys
How
chill.
long is he out for?
I think we still got another week or two.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
uh, what I'm hoping with Joker is it was just this road trip.
Yeah.
He's back Friday, which you and I get to go to.
Yep.
Um, but I don't know. I feel like I'm a fan of two teams. I'm a fan of the Nuggets with the Joker and the Nuggets without the Joker, and they could not be more different. They could not be more different. It is I I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not watching the same players, even though the vast majority of them all play with Joker. And it's just I don't know. I know I should
Honestly,
be
man, what we just saw our second unit beat the Grizzlies' third unit. That's what we watched.
yeah.
Without Desmond Bain, name another player from the Grizzlies.
Uh Jackson.
Awesome. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go,
I
Jaren
mean,
Jackson. There you go. Yeah,
defensive player of the year. I mean, but
yeah.
but
Was it
you could
last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah. I mean, I think the thing with him, he got frustrated late. He started shooting threes.
He shoots darts.
Yeah,
He shoots darts.
dude,
It is
it looks like Porzingis' shot. He's almost like
without the makes.
yeah, like shot putting it from like a
Yeah,
high point.
yeah.
Um, but tonight I do want to congratulate him, but I do want to pull it back a bit. Russell Westbrook with his 200th career triple double. That is pretty cool. I saw Mike Malone's press conference real quick.
He gave
Um,
him props.
gave him props, said, it's cool that the guy that's probably going to beat his record is on the team with him right now. Um,
April and I gawked at that. Yeah,
right?
we
And
loved it.
it's true, right?
Yeah.
But tonight we had 10 steals in the first half. And I want to say that's good, but I also want to say if you truly watch that first half, that our defense was just chaos, dude. There
Hmm.
was a lot like the whole reach around steal thing. If
Hmm.
that pays off, great. If it doesn't, you're hanging everybody out to dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I mean, there's just so much chaos with that defense. And granted, maybe that's what, when we don't have Joker, that's how we win. Just create chaos. Like,
I,
maybe
yeah.
that's the only chance we have. I don't know.
I
Maybe
think we
it's
take advantage of no jaw because
yeah,
you don't do that with Luca and Kyrie. You don't do that with Ant and Conley, or you know what I mean?
yeah, that's a good
But
point.
hey, but those are NBA players that we beat tonight. So,
Hmm.
and without our guy and our second guy. So, we asked Jamal to step up. He did. We asked MPJ to step up. No threes. So many points.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
One negative I didn't like was we had 18 turnovers. Five of those were Russ's.
I love Russ and I love the triple double, but there were times when I was like, why did we keep this?
Yeah.
Um, why are we playing? But also, hey man, you can't argue with 10, 10, and 14. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Um, I want to give best wishes to Vladko Chanchar. I really hope it's nothing serious.
April
Um,
said there were positive vibes in the locker room.
he did walk off very. It looks like a tweak.
He
I
did this.
yeah, like it made
I
me
don't know what that
think.
means.
I think he meant like it's not. Let me just see if I can walk it off for a sec. The no contact landing on it thing is what freaked me out. I
Yeah,
At first I was hoping he just like banged his kneecap on another knee or something, but
but he
that's not.
didn't.
No.
I
I'm
watched it
hope
like 50 times,
right. Like
hoping that that's what it was.
I hope that's not long term. I hope
Yeah,
it's because I'm not sure he's going to still get a lot of time in the future, but he did play well when he was on the floor, and
yeah,
he is experienced and he plays well with Joker. So who knows? Maybe he'll be a part of our rotation in the future. I'm not quite sure.
yeah.
Um, but CB tonight plus 22. That was the best plus minus on our team. That guy right now, dude. Um, he's doing his thing. Joker's doing his thing. AG's doing their thing. Jamal, I mean MPJ, not as bad as Jamal in my opinion. But Jamal needs to be averaging 25.
25, 5, and 5. I've been saying it, man.
Hmm.
I just feel like it's multiples of 5. He can do it.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I don't know. We'll see what the
We'll get
next.
there,
Yeah,
you know?
we'll see what the next few games. We got a back to back coming up. You and I get to go to the game on Friday.
Hmm.
It's gonna be fun. And then we
Yes.
got the
Mavs game.
Lakers. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
NBA Cup.
Hmm.
Let's bring it in. Let's go. Yeah, I don't care.
I just want to win. Let's
Yeah,
bring in a win.
right. Like if winning the NBA Cup means that we're just winning, cool.
Hmm.
Do not
Hmm.
care. Do not care.
Yeah.
Um, but we need to make sure we get a dub there, and then we got to turn around and we got to face, the franchise that has haunted us for so long.
Hmm.
And I believe that if you take out the playoffs, we've beat them what, like seven, maybe more regular season games straight. Um,
Yeah.
then even if you do include the playoffs, they've only won that one game. So, um, yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on this 5 game stretch? I mean, 3-2, three of the games without Joker could be worse.
Lots of growing pains that have been very necessary.
Yeah.
And I feel like they will pay off long term. Hopefully for a speedy Nikola return and an AG comfortable, ready to go return.
Yeah. Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
what are your thoughts, Donnie?
No, I'm the same. I think that these 3 games, as ugly as they were, it got at reps to guys that I mean, Peyton Watson, I thought looked really good.
100%.
Um, he's playing good defense. He's I let's just put it this way, Peyton, if you're wide open, I do want you shooting threes, but if you're being closed out, please like pump fake and go to the hole because it either is a swish or an air ball.
Hmm.
I you're not like that kind of
No,
shows that you're not like a 3-point shooter, you know.
just wide open or go to the basket.
Yeah. I'm
I feel
okay
like
with the
that's
wide
the
open
Nikola
ones.
policy. That's how he treats threes.
It
Wide
truly is.
open by himself, or I'm gonna go walk my way to the basket and spend 9 seconds doing it.
Bro, that's a really good point. Is he never takes, well, not never, but very
What's he shooting
rarely.
from three? Like 52,
uh,
53%?
the guy's setting absurd stat lines right now that I can't even comprehend them.
He's going full wilt before the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, buddy. Do you uh do you have any thoughts on the Mavs coming up? I mean, we just played them.
Luca's bound to go off eventually.
Hmm.
We haven't seen it, and I'm scared. I'm just nervous with the type of defense we play.
Yeah.
I'm worried we're gonna get deer and foxed.
Yeah. And we saw a little bit of zone tonight, which was interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
And we've
We
seen, I
can't do
guess,
that. We cannot play zone.
Yeah, I mean the zone in an NBA, there's two factors that really kind of, I guess, kill a zone. One, shooting, and when the NBA is everyone in the NBA for the most part can shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Genius
two,
Jordan,
yeah, right,
DeAndre Jordan.
yeah, like and then the defensive 3 seconds really kind of takes out how you can
Yeah,
plug it up. But um, yeah, I mean, going forward, I just want to see more effort, and I'm kind of talking to a certain someone named Jamal. I understand that you got 27 tonight, but
we need 30 next game.
yeah, tonight you did what I expect you to do.
Yeah,
Like I against, I mean,
against Scottie Pippen Jr.
yeah,
27 minimum,
right.
27 minimum.
Come on, man. Like,
Especially untucked jersey Jamal. Let's go. Should be 30.
right, right. Yeah. Any last words for us, buddy?
I'm just so excited to see what we have coming forward. Um, Not worried, a little frustrated with the last few games, but I'm ready to happy for forward. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Remind the people for us, bud.
Everyone, please do not forget to show some hus. Go Americans.
But what about Joker and Murray? Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. If you got respect for the game, it's time that you put some respect on the name. Joker and Murray and Joker, a duo that cannot be tamed. You got seconds on the clock. There go Murray with the shot. Yeah, that's a Murray flurry in a hurry. Came to give it all you got. Everybody showing some hoods. It's in Nikola we trust. But you gotta have an MP jump shot, leaving the competition in the dust. Come up in the Mile High City, never coming down like AG50. You looking at a squad full of champions. Tell me now, ain't that nifty? Not talking about Boa, but Rocky gon' show up and give all the fans what they love. If there's a rim in vicinity, there ain't no question, gotta stay above. Them boys from the 5280 gon' pull up and always be about a bucket. In case you confused, yeah, you know what to do. I'm talking about the Denver Nuggets. You heard of Magic and Bird. You heard of Shaq and Kobe. You heard of Jordan and Pippen. But what about Joker and Murray? Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. You heard of Magic and Bird. You heard of Shaq and Kobe. You heard of Jordan and Pippen. But what about Joker and Murray? Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Why so serious? Coming from a walking, talking triple-double. Seems like we've been a problem, causing trouble ever since we left the bubble. They heard of an arrow that's green. We talking about Oliver Queen. But blue is the new one, he's reigning supreme. You can hate but check the ring. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, it's Mike Malone. You could come for 7 but have your bags. Gotta know you going home. You coming to play at the altitude. You better get your O2 ready. Cause it's gonna be a breathtaking experience. And you know we're gonna rock steady. Yeah, you heard of Magic and Bird and Jordan and Pippen and all the big threes. But what's it gonna take for these people to see that they should hop on and believe? We ain't content, so you better think twice if you think that we stopping at one. You dealing with Joker and Murray, don't worry, the fun is only just begun. You heard of Magic and Bird. You heard of Shaq and Kobe. You heard of Jordan and Pippen. But what about Joker and Murray? Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray. Joker and Murray.